All right, hey guys, this is Mitchell of All Trades and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Michelle. I'm a registered nurse and a nurse practitioner student. If you're an oldie, I want to say, hey, what's up? Welcome back. Thank you for clicking on this video. Thank you for supporting my channel, supporting me for all these years. I love you. I love you. I love you. This video is mainly about just the nurse practitioner field that I'm entering and the things that I'm discovering as I go. One of the major things that I'm discovering, which is like, let me make sure my camera, where my camera at? Yo, I have to do my intro all over again, just in case. Child, child, don't play with me. Don't play. Don't play. I'm not serious, right? Because this outfit is actually backwards. All right, hey everyone, I am back like I never left. I'm gonna talk about how MPs don't get as much respect as MDs. Yes, I think in the public eye it's still a huge transition for people to believe that, hey, you can operate as my doctor in the sense where you can X, Y, Z. So I think just like it's been a rough transition for a lot of people in the public to even accept that idea. To become a doctor, you have to, after graduating college with your science degree, you have to go to medical school for 4 years. And after that, you have to you have to do residency and fellowship, which can take about 3 to 7 years, depending on what specialty you are trying to pursue. And these, the coursework is rigorous, time consuming. It's like you can't do anything else. I have lots of friends in medical school, so I've seen how they've had to sacrifice a lot just to pursue this degree. As a nurse practitioner, on the other hand, once you graduate college with your nursing degree, you have to go to nurse practitioner school, and you have different options and varieties of how to go about it. You can get your master's degree, which is like a 2-year program, or maybe 1.5, depending on how quick your program is. And then your doctorate degree is mostly 3 years for full-time or 4 years in part-time. As far as residency, it's optional and you can operate 100% without doing your residency, but residency programs are very, very optional and not really as popular. And I think it's about like 1 year or so that you have to do residency, and then you are a nurse practitioner, a doctor of nursing practice, all that stuff. Medical doctors have full autonomy in what they can do, prescribe, treat, all that stuff. But in a lot of states, nurse practitioners still have to work under doctors if in like the office care and stuff. So they still have a majority of autonomy in treating, but it comes to certain decision makings where they need the physicians to collaborate and co-sign off of it. MPs are still, sometimes they're still seen as nurses in the eyes of the doctors. And I think some doctors, especially older doctors that have, been there when MPs weren't really a popular thing, they're still, headstrong on the fact that, you're still a nurse in my eyes, I'm still a doctor, our roles are not similar, you can't operate as me, da 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 da. So, I think it's been like an ongoing battle or ongoing movement to, for nurse practitioners to like stand up and show that, hey, we can still do this and we have this experience and we're just as capable of taking care of patients as a medical doctor. And I think that's something that's been ongoing. Going into MP school, that's something I've been taught and, encouraged to become, to be just as, basically, being just as equipped as a medical doctor through this program. That's something that we've been enforced on and all of that stuff. It just takes more time to bring more awareness, and I think we've come a long way as nurse practitioners. We've come a long way to bring awareness. I do think that we're being a little more appreciated. However, I would be wrong if I don't acknowledge the fact that there's still some resentment that doctors might have towards nurse practitioners. For one, they see MPs as competition. They'll prefer if they worked under them rather than working alongside with them. But the thing is that there's been a physician shortage in the United States, and the rise of nurse practitioners have helped greatly in providing patient care all around the world. So the fact that we're still able to operate, under the role as someone's healthcare provider and still give the same care has helped a lot in just, providing patient care around the world. But, to some people, they see it as competition because they feel like nurse practitioners don't deserve that. They didn't go through the same workload that that doctors, medical doctors went through. And for that reason, there's still been some controversy, some, tit for tat, some resentment, some pushback in that area. And honestly, I can see where they're coming from, because as a nurse with an RN degree, we do have that similar dynamic when it comes to LPNs. I haven't really worked with LPNs at all till this new job that I'm working in the ER. So I have seen the dynamics of things and how, people can shove their RN degree over LPNs and kind of like assume that they don't have the amount of education or skill sets to do certain things that RNs can do. And I do see LPNs, try to advocate for themselves and prove that, I'm just as capable. So I do see how that can be a thing. I think honestly, what I've learned so far is that you as an individual healthcare provider, you have to make sure that the Bible says to study to show yourself approved. So basically to work hard to prove yourself as capable. I've been a nurse for about 4.5 years, which is not much to some people who've worked 20 plus years or whatever. But I've seen that there can be NPs who are just as knowledgeable as a medical doctor. And there's some medical doctors that you just wonder where they got their degree from, because you don't know what's going on. So it's really not only just about the title, it's about your skill set, your expertise, how much you know, how willing are you to go so far to give the best care to your patients? How satisfied are your patients? I feel like if you are a nurse practitioner and you do the best that you can and you're very knowledgeable and skillful and you give the best care that you can to your patients, patients are not really going to care that you're not an MD. I really feel like they would be so appreciative of what you're doing. They will have more respect for you. And in return, it does build the awareness that nurse practitioners are just good. You know what I mean? Because we have that nursing skill set, and this is really the argument that we put in sometimes, but it's really true. I feel like we have clinical experience of working bedside and interacting with patients. We have that holistic care approach to our patients that some medical doctors might not have, because a lot of their time in school has been spent in labs and in classes and lecture halls and stuff. So I would say we do have that advantage where we've had experience working bedside and working alongside with patients. And I think an important part of giving patient care is also interacting with them and involving them in healthcare decisions. And that's something that nurse practitioners have down pat because of our experience. So I say this to all say that yes, it is an ongoing thing. And I don't want to, I don't want to come across as opposing or arguing against or being anti-medical doctor or stuff like that. I think I just want to acknowledge the career path that I'm in and affirm that it's a very good career path, and nurse practitioners are definitely knowledgeable and skillful, and we, as anyone that's in NP school, I do believe that if you are knowledgeable, if you have your skill down path, if you're smart, if you do the work that you got to do, if you give your patients the best care that you can, there shouldn't be any reason for anyone to doubt you, and you shouldn't doubt yourself either. And I think that that's really the most important thing, right? It's not about fighting each other, seeing who's better than what or whatever, whose title is what. The end goal is really just patient care, improving health, all that stuff. So I think if you do that in the most best, excellent way that you can, there's no way that you can go wrong. You know what I mean? I hope this doesn't go over people's heads, because I feel like I'm spitting facts right now. So if you're listening, listen. But yeah, I get the frustration, and I understand how people may feel different ways. Like, even just giving my own personal example, as someone who's also into videography, I bought a camera to make videos and stuff, but now, as you can see in social media, people use their iPhones, and with the advanced technology in iPhones, you're able to get similar results with iPhones and Reels and TikToks, as far as like editing videos, transitioning and all that stuff, you kind of can get similar results as to what you use a camera for. But what sets you apart is honestly your skills. So that's the most important thing. If you have your skills right, if you are very knowledgeable and you know what you're doing, it sets you it sets you at a high standard regardless of what your practice is or where your education is from. Honestly. And even like this, you know, there's so much division, honestly. People like to just rank themselves and divide themselves every best way that they can. Like even let's say amongst medical doctors, there's a division between people that get their degree overseas versus people that get their degree in America. So it's like, yo, like, what are y'all doing? And that's the same. Like, I feel like everyone might find a reason to divide themselves or set themselves at a different level, but honestly, it's your skill that sets you apart. So whatever it is, your skill will set you apart. Your knowledge and the way you practice as a provider will set you apart from everyone else. So if you don't take anything from this video, that's something I want you to take from this video. And that's it. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. Make sure you like this video. Why is my ear itching? Make sure you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to my channel and share with a friend or two. And also hit the notification bell so you can get notified every time I post. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.